What's good, YouTube land? It's new belt time with the CSM IXA belt and the cardboard box it came in. One of them. They really want you to know that if this box gets damaged, you will not get a refund. Speaking of damage, there's some right there. This case is a protective package for product transportation. Blech. The actual cool box is this one. So we got a picture of IXA from 1986. And on the other side, a picture of IXA from 2008. Because the show came out, aired in 2008. A Space Odyssey. We have IXA system. But it also did time traveling. Does that make it the Doctor Who of Kamen Rider? Where some of it takes place in 1986. And is that a sad Pac-Man? Sort of. So there's a lot of stuff you get in this set. This random belt strap. 2 of these holsters. One little back plate, which goes on here. Yep, that is right side up. And the main part of the belt itself. Just gonna blip, that way. So this is the IXA belt. And turns out IXA is an acronym for Intercept X Attacker, or Intercept Warrior Against an Unknown Opponent. The opponent, in this case, being the Fangires. And this is an instruction booklet. Because trust me, there's so much stuff in this belt, you need instructions. We'll gloss over that later. But this was in the show. I haven't watched Kiva. I've watched like 1 episode, and the time traveling kind of was like, I'm not sure if I want to keep watching. But this was kind of like I guess a man-made system created to go against the Fangires, who are like stained glass. They can become human, but they also look like they turn into stained glass when they die. I don't know how to describe the Fangires. This is a belt, and it does look very incomplete in that hole there, but I like the look of it. The gold, little blue and silver is nice. And you can see it's a CSM complete selection, so it's scaled for an adult. There's a nice amount of detail on the back, where there's an on switch to switch between 1986 and 2008, and the battery compartment, which holds 2 AAA batteries. In total, this set's gonna charge you 6 AAA batteries. So we're going to switch it to 1986 because that's where we're going to start. But just to show you a bright red LED. There's no change in the sound, but there are changes in the electronics. And one of my favorite things about this belt is most riders that actually put it on like you would like an actual toy. Like they have to wrap it around themselves, because they don't just do that. They have to do that to the point where there's actually a click sound when you click the belt in. Ooh, it's... Why is it What are you clicking for? But the other half is the IXA knuckle. Now I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure, there are rules in Canada say outlawing knuckle guards, like brass knuckles, that kind of thing. Which this, I guess, essentially is. But with a face. That's not weird. I guess if the other transformation devices are all bats, I guess this thing gets to have a face as well. I wish it were a little bit bigger, because in the show it wears it comfortably, all his fingers in. There are many people who use this system, both in 1986 and in 2008. It's like a mother-daughter team. Some fangires wear it. There are two main users. We'll go over that because there's a lot. This thing also has batteries. There's a little presser right in there. Hard to see, but you press it, you remove this panel. There's a switch to switch between 1986 and 2008. So let's switch it on. Yeah, it's a bit. There you go. And you can make sound effects of you hitting things. This part right here does nothing, and this bit changes the sound effects you're on, because let's come back to the instructions. There are so many voice clips. So one half of them, there's 171. And on the other half, there's 183. I literally can't go over them all right now unless you got like way too much time. So let's just go press this top button a few times. And that is the main person who used it in 1986, Kurenai Otoya. Nice to meet you. Something about fate. And Kurenai Otoya is the father of the main character of the show. He's the father of Kamen Rider Kiva. And he not only uses IXA in 1986, I think he probably uses him in 2008 as well. He also uses Dark Kiva for a period, which Dark Kiva is much more likely to kill you. Like fangires use it freely, but a human using it, he's putting his life on the line for his kid like multiple times. And also, that actor went on to become Kamen Rider Grease in Kamen Rider Build. So I just want to show you, there's a little bit of paint chipping right there. I don't know if that's from casual play. The black box was sealed. It hadn't been opened because everything was still in the styrofoam in plastic wrap. Now, there was also a button for songs. Press this button down here. That's as much of the song as I'm going to play. There's also and two versions of one of the more popular songs. Wait. There it is. Oh. individual system A and B. I feel like they missed the chance to put Otoya's personal song, This Love Never Ends, sung by him, but we can play it. So you press this button to activate or disengage. Now, I am a man who enjoys fisting as much as the next man, meaning giving, not receiving. But that is a hilarious transformation. Fisto on, and you can hear just the weird-ass voice they gave this thing, the robotic, technological voice they gave it. Like, it's just... So, I like the look of it completed. It definitely looks like a complete object, especially when you slide it in. Giggity. And the lines match up. And now we can wear these, but we only have one usable gimmick. Welcome to the whistles. The combination of flute and whistle. Now this is the knuckle one, because it's designed to be a miniature version of the knuckle. This is the only one, the 1986 form, also known as Proto IXA, can actually use. So we slide it in this portion of the belt, and you have to make sure this bit is facing this way, otherwise it won't go in. And then some like IXA rise up, but then you have to disengage the knuckle and press the trigger in the handle to activate the final attack, which only does it once. Also, I just want to show you that little button right there. That's what this hits to activate the sound in here. And you heard that beeping? You can disengage the transformation by holding down the button. And it will do that sound, but it will also do the beeping first. Then you hold it down again to get the proper deactivation. And you can also hold down the button to get a slightly different transformation. And we're going to disengage. So these buttons, any of them will cycle between the sound clips. And that's all you get in the Proto IXA, or the 1986. I do have to bring up, there's also that form, like IXA the first. It's not listed because obviously that belt is different than the final version of the belt, but this is a form that exists technically. So now we're going to switch to the 2008 by flicking the switch, clicking it back in, and switching. Also, slide. And now we have sound effects from the other main user of the belt. When you want to tell a Fangire to die, but you want to do it politely, you tell them, please return that life to God. And now we have more things we can do. So first you can do this one again. And it makes a different sound for them. And we can do more voice clips. Repeating. And we have more Fuessels. The first non-card based Kamen Rider gimmick. So this one is the caliber, because IXA does have a personal weapon that's a sword and a gun, where like the ammo for the gun, you can push it up and it turns into the sword, which is cool. Really? Come on. Wait, did that disengage? No. No. You also have more songs. Did you have that? You have individual system twice. And I believe one of them is Nago? I think the second main user of IXA singing himself. He also sings another song. Nope. Not that version. Where is it? Yes. And then there's this random song, which I have no context for, but it doesn't... It doesn't feel like a song. It feels like him saying things with a music track behind it. Like, there's no rhythm to what he's saying, it's just... And yeah. Now we have the powered IXA. So he has a personal sort of mech, like a machine. Like, not quite mech scale, but like a... He has a bike. Like, I don't think he summons with one of these, but he also has like a machine... Like that, like a robot. But name the powered IXA. wish I... Are you done? I think you're done. But that's only half the fossils. So now we have these, which that looks like a wolf. Because Kiva has arms. Like people, or not, well, people that turn into weapons for him to use, which is creepy. And IXA has the ability to steal them. So he uses one of these and intercepts the weapon, and he gets to use it. He does not get a form or anything, he just gets to use a weapon. This is the only one he used in the show to steal Garuru. Not Garurumon, but like... Also, Garuru used the belt in 1986 and fought Kurenai Otoya. So his successor ends up stealing him. That's kind of funny. And you get 2 different sound effects for this. And if you press it again... Come on, really? There it is. I'm calling him a stupid wolf, but that's the Kiva belt, or Kivat, summoning Garuru Saber. Now we have Basha, which... This fossil confuses me. Like, what are you, Basha? I know what you are. You're a mermaid, basically. But... how does that look like that? The black visor is just... okay. Somebody playing a trumpet. Basha turns into a gun. Nan dayo. They can be a little bit hard to get out of there if your fingers don't quite fit. But then we have Doga, who is Frankenstein, basically, or something. I don't know what he is, but he feels like a Frankenstein monster. And with a hairline that makes Vegeta's look normal. Bro really said, cut my hair into cubes. Like, he's even got lightning bolts on his ears, which I imagine is a nod to how Frankenstein's monster comes to life. He's kind of the soft-spoken powerhouse of the team. Garuru is kind of the hothead, much more willing to fight. And Basha is kind of the... plays an innocent child, but is also very mischievous. Weirdly disguises themselves as a 13-year-old boy in like a school outfit. That's... sure. Yeah? And Doga turns into a massive hammer. Really? I want the other sound. So that's most of what you get in the set, but the box says and IXA Riser. And that's what this is. IXA's upgrade form into IXA Rising. And now, you've heard the phrase pulling something out of your ass? Well, instead, he pulls it off his face. Watch this. Literally pulled it off his face. Also, I'm not a fan of that initial. It makes it sound like it's not going to work. This has got to be the weirdest place to put a battery compartment eject button. Like right where... Oh, yeah, it forms a gun, by the way. Spoiler alert. Like right where the handle goes. And this is making me weirdly nostalgic. You guys remember clamshell cellular phones? As John Cena so eloquently put it. AKA flip phones. So this was 2008, so I was right at the start of high school. So I definitely had a flip phone. I don't think I had a smartphone until 2011, right before I graduated. But I also had one of the ones where the keyboard was on the bottom panel, so you had to slide the phone up or slide the keyboard down. Anyone else have a phone like that? I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, old school flip phone. This is just fun to play with. Just doing this. And as you can see, the phone screen is a targeting reticle. And you have a little light there. And you have 1 to 9. So the transformation is 193. And then make a call. Nope, I pressed 4. And then you take this Fuessel, which he pulled out of his ass, flip it into the handle. Now this is too thin, probably, to actually be a reasonable gun. Like, I don't think you could fit really all the mechanics of a firearm in something this thin, but it shoots. And the way this is the rising Fuessel, and it's blue. And I also forgot to mention, there's a pin system right there at the bottom, which is how the belt reads Fuessels. Like, this one has 1 pin at the side, and so on and so forth, the different combinations. There is a combination in this for a Dogabaki, a combination of all 3 of these, but a Fuessel was never made for it. And you have rapid fire. But this, well, this is very common in newer firearms. Seriously, I get John Wick vibes from it. Can we get some music for this? And folding it closed, it weirdly reminds me of a pepper box pistol. Like just the shape, yeah. Although I guess I'm shooting myself at that point. Yeah. Yeah. The battery compartment is right there. Takes 2 AAA batteries. And we do have a variety of features. So we have some gun features, which if you press 0, 2, or 4, you get different types of attacks. And then press the trigger. Fire mode. Where you get that. If you press 2, Blizzard mode. In 4, Laser net mode. Sure. And if you press 5, 6, 7, and 8, you get a... And if you hinge it just that far, it changes into a proper scope sight, which there's a button right there that when it clicks changes the screen. You get Scouter Search. And even when you remove the fussel, it stays. Because the other ones, if you remove the fussel, it resets to regular shooting. And you can do that also by pressing the end call button. And the end call, if you hold it down, deactivates the transformation. But that's not all. If you hold down the call button, you get a voice clip. IXA's new power, everyone. And now the Blizzard, Fire, and Laser and the Scouter Search all have extra grunting. Because that's what I pay for in my toys, is extra grunting. And if you shoot it regularly, you also get grunting. So much grunting. Like he's charging up a Kamehameha. Hit. But then you can disengage the grunting by holding the Yaminasai. Please stop. And you have more. You have more voice clips, which I didn't even realize. Because while in the show he can't use it as a cell phone, you do have... You have everything from 001 all the way up to 907101108. Okay, and there's also, like, this all the way to here are all button press combinations you can make on the IXA riser. Again, I don't have all the time in the day to do that. So I want to try the, what is it? 19331 2. Nope, it goes into rising immediately, but yeah. So 2 0 7 1 0 1 8. Yeah. It's like 0 0 0. So all like 0 0 1 all the way to 0 1 1, like where does it end? With yeah, 1 0 1 2. It ends at 109 and then 753 315 and freaking. I'm gonna input my own code 90210. Yes, hello. I'd like a number 6, 2 number 9s, 1 with cheese, a number 45, and a diet soda. That we pick up. Thank you. But we have one final thing. We're not even done there. You can remove this and the button press to hold it. I want to reset. because eventually it gets upgraded to the point he doesn't even really need the gun. He can just transform right into Rising, which the box doesn't show you. Doesn't look like that. Looks like that, which looks badass. That should have been a picture on the box. And it's amazing how a little change of removing some armor makes a hell of a difference. He's even wearing a goddamn crown. But if you hold it once... Nope. It doesn't like to reset in 2008. Like, I can't disengage the transformation, at least I haven't figured out how to yet. But if you hold it twice... There's a bit of a delay when it goes into Rising. But if you hold it for 3... or 4. Let's do 3 first. You get a quicker Rising. Henshin! That didn't... Wait, was that it? That's a very truncated transformation. Oh, it goes immediately into Rising. Okay. But then you can pull this fusel, and this goes into the belt. And you have a final attack with the gun, which it impresses the hell out of me that these two can actually sync up together. Which is such a powerful attack, it sends him flying backwards to the point where he has to bounce off a chain link fence to go deliver a rider kick. So, that is everything. Well, not everything, but there's so many more, just all the voice clips I could... That's enough, I think. And that is my final thoughts on the belt. It's a bit much. I like it. I'm a fan of this system. I will probably watch Kiva at some point. I really wanted the Dark Kivat, which I will definitely get, but like, there's too much. Like, I get it. You want everything compact, like everything related to the character in one package. I respect it, but like, there's such a point as going overboard. Like all the voice clips available in here and in here with the like. I could keep playing with it forever and probably not hear everything the belt has. Also, I just like the nostalgia of the phone. Alright, I'm getting into the video now. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I do recommend this set, though. Anyone who's a fan of IXA or Kiva. It's a cool set. It's just a lot, really. Bye.